What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. First and foremost, hope you guys had a great weekend, a great Christmas, spent plenty of time with family, but it is back to business. Over the weekend, we had an article drop about the potential of Trae Young being the next star to be traded. Well, let's talk about it. Today, we're going to be doing a trading Trae Young Atlanta Hawks rebuild simply for fun. Let's go. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So what I did is I went ahead and submitted to the trade deadline and pretend the Hawks just never figured it out and Trae Young requests a trade hypothetically. Will this happen? Probably not. Is this going to happen? Probably not. But this is only for fun, so don't get too triggered if you're a Hawks fan or just somebody that doesn't like this idea in general. Chris Haynes released an article about the potential of Trae Young being the next guy that could be moved. Basically, the Hawks and Trae Young and their head coach, Nate McMillan, they just haven't been getting along, or something's been going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that have been said about Trae Young. So some people are saying, I guess rival executives are those people, so who knows, but they're saying Trae Young could be the next star to be moved, so we're doing that for fun today. I did a trade. I'm not even sure what the best team would be for Trae Young. You guys could go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below what you think would be the best team for Trae Young. You can kind of see it at the bottom. I traded him to the Orlando Magic. This is the trade that I did. I went Jalen Suggs, Wendell Carter, three first round picks, as much as you could fit in there for Trae Young, and we got Markelle Fultz as well. So basically, we get a young guard in Jalen Suggs, a young center in Wendell Carter, and 3 future first-round picks, 1 from the Bulls, and then 2 of the Orlando Magic's own picks. You could probably throw in even more, to be honest with you. Honestly, there probably should be more in this trade because Trae Young is that valuable. So maybe we should add 2 more picks, 1 more player, because if Gobert could go for as much as he did, I think Trae Young could go for way more than what I did here. So it's just kind of the basis trade that we did. Let me know what you think would be the best team for Trae Young if he did get traded. I know you could probably say the Knicks or something like that, but the Magic or one of those teams is kind of interesting to think about because they could get Trae Young and immediately pair him with Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner, which I think could be very, very interesting in Orlando. And of course, you move Bol to center with Wendell Carter gone. So they have a lot they could do there with Trae Young in Orlando, which is why I like that destination for him the most. But I will stick with the trade that I did. I will, agree with you if you say there should be more, because there definitely should be. But, there's only 6 trade slots in 2K. I did what I could with the most out of them, and here we go. This is the rebuild we're doing now. So now, Trae Young and the Hawks do not get along anymore, and he has been traded. This is what we're left with. We got Wendell Carter, John Collins, Capella. We obviously got Markelle Fultz. We got Jalen Suggs, which I'm looking to develop him as much as possible. We're going rebuild mode in Atlanta, basically. So DeJounte Murray, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. Collins has been in trade rumors forever, and I think it's time to address that. Capella is somebody you could trade in the offseason. Bogdan's something you could trade right now. So I want to make 2 more trades here at the deadline since we have traded Trae Young away. You see this, man? This could be you right here. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every day. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and you basically get to choose 2 to 5 players, and you choose over or under on their props that they give you. You pretty much have every sport you can imagine on here. But let's say I wanted to go ahead and put a bet on Mitchell and Joel Embiid. I want to go more and more on them. If I get it right, I 3 times my money. Let's say I want to go up to 5 players, which is the most you can go up to. You can go more or more on all of them, and that's going to 10 times your money. I started with $100, and so far I'm up to $500. I've been having a ton of fun over here on Prize Picks. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables or matching deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. If you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. I'm also going to send Bogdan Bogdanovic over to the Dallas Mavericks for a first-round pick and Davis Bertans. That way I can walk away with the first for Bogdan here at the trade deadline as we are retooling here and rebuilding. Then I'm simply doing the same thing with John Collins. I'm trading him over to Detroit for a 2025 first-round pick, and those are the 2 other trades I wanted to make. So I walk away with a couple draft picks for Collins and Bogdan. So now the rest will be addressed in the offseason. So Markelle Fultz right now is starting. It'll be Murray at the 2, DeAndre at the 3, Wendell Carter at the 4, and Capella at the 5. Okongwu, AJ Griffin, Jalen Suggs, Frank Kaminsky, Jalen Johnson. Obviously, there's more I want to do here. I also want to trade Murray in the offseason, probably, just because there's no real reason to have him anymore. He's on a really good contract as well, so we should be able to get quite a bit for him. And then Wendell Carter, is going to be our center going forward, where Capella will probably be moving on as well. So a lot we can do here, but I'm very, very excited about this rebuild and how different it is, because you really just don't think about Trae Young being off the Atlanta Hawks. We're going to go ahead and submit the rest of the season, see how things go. I don't expect anything special, obviously. The idea is to develop AJ Griffin, Jalen Suggs, and probably Wendell Carter, to be honest with you. Those are the 3 guys I'm really focused on, and then maybe Hunter Kongwood thrown in there as well, then Markelle Fultz. We'll see. Definitely a lot to like here, but we have officially moved on for Trae Young. He has requested trade out of Atlanta. Trae Young makes the All-NBA 13 for Orlando Magic. You'd love to see that. And then we actually got in the play-in tournament. Orlando did not, but I would assume that will change very soon for them, obviously. Taking a look at the player stats, you had Murray led the way with 21. You had Fultz with 16, 13 from Wendell Carter, 12 from DeAndre Hunter, 12 from Suggs, and then 11 from AJ Griffin, 10 from Capella, 7.5 from Okongwu, 6 from Kevin Knox, and then you had like Frank Kaminsky with 5. So let's go ahead and see if we can get out of the play-in tournament. I really don't care if we do or not, and I guess we did. So we immediately get into the playoffs, which is kind of interesting that, we just traded away Trae Young. I don't even know if the Hawks own their own first-round pick. I'm pretty sure they don't, so I don't think it's that big of a deal that we made the playoffs, obviously. Like, we weren't tanking for Webb and Yum or anything like that. We do get Cleveland in round 1, and obviously they are going to take care of us. We do get eliminated in round 1, but the fact that we got there is definitely interesting. But you got the Pelicans and the Cavaliers. Cavaliers go on to win a championship. Wow, that is amazing. If you saw what happened on Friday, it's kind of crazy how unlucky I was. Regardless, you go watch that video if you want. 10-year Cavs rebuild did not go my way. But let's go straight to the lottery, and let's see where we're at as a team. So Chicago's pick is ours now, because that is actually, okay, that's Portland's pick. Never mind. So Chicago's not in the lottery, which kind of sucks. The Blazers get number 1, which is really cool for them, I guess. And then we are going to have Chicago's pick, I believe, in this draft, which is 25. So it's not the greatest pick in the world, although in real life, I think this pick is going to be way better if this hypothetically happened. So the Portland Trail Blazers get number 1, and Nate McMillan right now is our head coach. And since Trae Young is gone, I guess I won't fire Nate McMillan. I'll keep him around to develop this roster as we go more of a rebuild route, even though I think we already have some good players that could easily sneak us in the play-in every year. We're kind of like the Jazz right now, where, obviously we went younger and, kind of went rebuild mode, but at the same time, you have some players that can score and win you games right now, which is where the Jazz are kind of at. So that's kind of where we are as well. But I obviously maybe want to get maybe a little bit worse, maybe. We'll see. And then we're going to grab an assistant head coach, and Murray is the next subject, or Capella and Murray, I'll say. I want to trade Capella and Murray here on draft night. I want to go a different direction here. So Murray on a 1-year deal and Capella on 2 years left. I want to trade him away as well. The Washington Wizards looking for a center upgrade as they are still trying to win with Beal. They're offering me Gafford in a first-round pick. This was the best offer that I got. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one where you get a 2025 unprotected and Daniel Gafford, which I think is a solid center, or just a solid big man in general to have, even though we kind of have some big men as it is right now with Gafford, Kongwu, and Carter, but we'll figure it out. So next is DeJounte Murray. Not really sure what I want to get for him. We all know what the Hawks gave up for him. I don't know if I'll get like 4 picks in return, obviously, but hopefully the trade finder is kind of me and I can get something decent for him. Scrolling through the trade finder, and honestly, my favorite, best realistic trade that I think is going to help us out is this one. So you're looking at it and you're saying this isn't all that great, but trust me when I tell you, Dyson Daniels, he is an absolute stud in 2K. He becomes so damn good. So I would like to make this trade if I could. He's on a rookie scale contract as well, so we could have a backcourt of Daniels and Jalen Suggs going forward is kind of what we're banking on. I would like to get more if I could, though. He's a 3.5 trade value, so I don't know if the Pelicans are going to give up more than this. But Trae Young, or not Trae Young, Murray is going to be headed to New Orleans, which that would be making them very, very good. Don't get me wrong. But if I can get a first-round pick out of him as well, I think I'd feel a little bit better about the situation. They want my 17th pick and the 25th pick in this draft. That's not going to happen. I can't do that. What if I offered maybe, not Bertans ain't going to move the needle. AJ Griffin, Markelle Fultz, Gafford. I mean, I could throw Gafford in here, I guess. They can't really take that. Do I just go to the original trade? I don't love just trading it for this, to be honest with you. But trust me when I tell you, we could get like Anthony Simons, but I don't think that's realistic, obviously. So I'm going to do this one. I don't love it, but Murray on an expiring contract. I guess we're kind of going with the Halliburton for Sabonis trade thing where the Pelicans go for the win now. We go for the long term, and obviously Halliburton is proved to be very good right away. I think Dyson Daniels can do that same exact thing for us. He becomes an absolute stud. I know in real life you'd probably want more, but Daniels in 2K is going to be really good for us. You know what? I'm doing it. I know it's not the greatest trade in the world, but I like it. So Daniels and Jalen Suggs is what we're banking on. So one of them is going to be moving to point guard, whether it's Suggs, who's up to a 79, and then if I move Daniels, let's see where, or if I move Daniels, he doesn't move. So I'll keep Dyson Daniels at shooting guard, and Jalen Suggs will go to the point guard. So now that's our backcourt, which I kind of like. So it'll be Suggs, Fultz as a 6-man for now, and then you'll have Dyson Daniels at the 2, which I really like. Hunter, AJ Griffin at the 3. Might even trade DeAndre Hunter away. We'll see. Power forward right now is, to be determined, and you have like Nkongwu with Daniel Gafford and Wendell Carter. So let's jump into the draft. We have pick 17 and 25 in this draft, so let's see if we can get anything good. You got Dariq Whitehead on the board. You got Chris Murray, Grant Dickey, Bob Miller, Leonard Miller. So definitely some decent options here, but I'm looking at Dariq Whitehead, and I think that's probably the best player I could take here. So I think I am going to take Dariq Whitehead here and bring him in. Pretty sure he's projected lottery pick, so the fact we get him at 17 is pretty nice. And then you got like Chris Murray on the board. You got Derek Lively, Grant Dickey, you got Anton Watson. I don't really know much left about the guys here, but I'm going to take Kyle here, I guess, with this pick, and I'm going to call it a day. So just like that, we walk away pretty nicely, I think, out of this offseason. Dariq Whitehead and Kyle, and you got Justin Moore. So welcome to the team, you two. Player option, take a real quick look. Suggs and Nkongwu, Jalen Johnson, Kevin Knox, and then we'll let the other guy go. Qualifying offer, Jarrett Culver, Trent Forrest. I don't care about either of them. They can just head to free agency. I forgot about Jarrett Culver, to be honest with you. Might be one of the, more biggest recent busts, I will say. But regardless, let's take a look at our roster now. So we have Suggs, Fultz, which I like. Devonta Graham, Dariq Whitehead, Dyson Daniels. I don't think Devonta Graham's a huge part of what we're going to be doing here. Might move him to point guard and just bury him in the rotation. So I'm going to move him to point guard, 78 overall. So again, maybe trade him later on, but for now, we'll have him there. Dariq Whitehead and Dyson Daniels will share this 2 spot. DeAndre Hunter, I won't trade him right now, but eventually I might. AJ Griffin, I would love to develop him as well. Jalen Johnson at the 4 right now, which I think is fine. Bertans backing him up, which is whatever. And then Kyle and then Kevin Knox. And then you got Nkongwu, Gafford, and Wendell Carter. So honestly, don't think I'm going to be doing anything else in free agency. I think I'm good. Might move Gafford to the 4, because why not? And that he can back up the power forward spot, or move on Nkongwu there. It really doesn't matter. So Gafford, I wouldn't mind starting Jalen Johnson. So I guess we can just move Gafford back to center. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So this season, it's not going to matter too much. I'm really just banking on development here. I want to see who's developing and who's going to be going up, who's going to be going down. So Suggs is up 5 overall, which is very promising. You got Wendell Carter not moving. DeAndre Hunter is up. You got Nkongwu up. AJ Griffin is up 3. Fultz is up 2. Devontae Graham is up 2. Dyson Daniels is up 2 as well. So I want to start Suggs and Dyson Daniels together. Wendell Carter, then it'll probably be Hunter or Griffin, either way. And on Nkongwu or Wendell Carter at center. So a lot to like here. I think we're off to a really good start despite being past, trading Trae Young away. I think there's a lot to like here. And a lot of guys we can bank on being here for a very long time. So rotation for the season exactly how I want it to be. Jalen Suggs, Dyson Daniels on the backcourt, DeAndre Hunter at the 3, Jalen Johnson at the 4, Wendell Carter at the 5, Fultz and AJ Griffin off the bench, which is nice. Eventually, I do want to trade away DeAndre Hunter to offload and have AJ Griffin there at the 3, Nkongwu at the backup 5, and then Devonta Graham just in there for spot minutes as well. Then Gafford, Dariq Whitehead are not getting any minutes right now, so that's kind of how deep we are at this point. But eventually, we will find them in the rotation once we trade away some other guys. 3.5 perimeter centric. We could maybe be 3.5 grid and grind. No, we'll just stay at perimeter centric. Move Nate McMillan there, and we'll see who decides to take the reign on this team. Now that Trae Young and Murray are gone, who's going to be the lead scorer here? Who's going to take over the team and start to become that guy for us? So absolutely an atrocious season. Only won 20 games this season. I'm taking a look at the player stats. You had 16 from Fultz, 15 from Daniels, and 15 from Suggs. So not a whole lot to like here. You got 15 from Griffin. Nobody became a 20-point per game scorer, which isn't a great sign. I thought Suggs or Daniels was going to do that for me, but at least not yet. It's not happening just yet, so that's unfortunate. But it is what it is right now. Let's simulate the playoffs and see who wins the championship real quick. Orlando does get in there, but they get eliminated in round 2. You got Tatum and Shea going at it in the finals, and you got the Celtics going on to win it all. Retirement's got LeBron James, Iguodala, Lowry, Dwight Howard, Lou Williams, Batum, and JaVale McGee all retiring. To the lottery we go, and I don't know if we actually own our pick this year, which we do, which is actually really promising because obviously we just sucked really badly. So it would be really nice if we got the number 1 overall pick, but we do end up getting number 5. So we drop all the way to 5, and we only have 5 in this lottery. And then I don't know if we have another pick outside of it, but we have the 5th pick in this draft as the Knicks have number 1. So that kind of sucks. We didn't get like number 1 in this draft, but it's all good. Nate McMillan. Yeah, I mean, I think after that kind of season, you probably got to fire your head coach, even if it really necessarily wasn't his fault. I'm not saying it all was, But McLeod, maybe we can hire Mark Dagnall, or however you say, I can't say his last name correctly, but you got like Jack Vaughn, who's done a great job in Brooklyn. Steven, who's developing a Rockets team right now. They obviously haven't turned into anything just yet, but there are some coaches out here that could be interesting. I'll give Billy Donovan an offer. I'll give Joe Mazzulla also is interesting, but his ratings kind of suck in this game, I guess. You got Reynolds. I gave Billy Donovan a contract. Jason Kidd also is actually interesting. Maybe we get him to turn things around, but we're not going to get either, which kind of sucks. Jacob Underwood's here. I definitely need a head coach. So let's see. You got Steven. I mean, I guess if I get Steven, that would be pretty good. So we get Steven. We'll grab him. And then Hugh Elliott will sign him. And then we'll just fill the rest of this out. I don't really know. I think the only thing I'm going to probably do this offseason is trade DeAndre Hunter. I think that's the only thing I'm looking to do here. The Raptors are offering me Delano Banton in a future first. I think this is a trading I'm going to do, considering I'm probably not going to resign Markelle Fultz just because I want to have more scoring set to Suggs and Daniels. I think that's the trade we're going to do. So now we have the 5th pick in this draft. We might have more than that. We have 2 second-round picks as well, but we're just going to focus on the 5th pick. So you got Xavier Booker going number 1. You got Ron Holland going number 2. DJ Wright number 3. Number 4, Isaiah Collier. So number 5, who do we want to take here? We got Omer. I mean, I don't really know much about the guys left on the board. Bay Fall, Matt Byer, Mikey Williams, Kane Carlisle. I kind of like the guards I'm going to be rolling with for the rest of the video. So I guess I'm going to take this center and Omari. I don't know much about him, but hopefully he can be pretty good for us. So we'll take him, and he's the new guy here in Atlanta. So I guess it could have taken Bradshaw or McKenzie as well, or Mac as he has it in this draft class. But I got Bronny James in round 2. I guess I'll sign him. And then player options got Davis Bertans, which I'm going to decline. And then qualifying offers on Kongwu as a free agent, which I definitely would like to have him back. And then free agency, don't know if there's any other important free agents. So on Kongwu, I want back. Markelle Fultz, like I said, I'm not bringing him back. So Devontae Graham, also somebody I don't really want here either. So if I could just trade him or release him, that's where I want to do. So Devontae Graham, even if I could just offload him for a 2nd round pick, I'm so okay with that. Just looking to get him out of here. Toronto, if you want him for a 2nd, you're more than welcome to have him. So boom, he's gone. Banton, Suggs, Daniel Zariq Whitehead, AJ Griffin is your 3. Jalen Johnson is your 4. And then we also have Kyle here. And then you have Wendell Carter, Daniel Gafford, and Amari. Daniel Gafford, I mean, I feel like I could probably get away with moving him as well. We just drafted Amari, and we have Wendell Carter at center right now. Or we could play Wendell Carter at the 4 as well and have Okongwu and Wendell Carter start together, which is kind of weird. I don't know what we're going to do entirely. I know we need a power forward really badly. Like, Jalen Johnson's cool and all, but I just don't know if I want to trust him going forward. You have, like, AD. I don't know if there's any power forwards out here that are available. Or if we could maybe make a trade for one. Like, Vanderbilt's here. Yeah, that's cool and all. Bol is interesting. But if there's like a power forward that we can make a trade for, kind of want to look at that route, or just, you know, offload some of these guys we don't really want on the roster going forward. So I'm actually not trading anybody. The only thing I am doing is I'm signing Onyeka Okongwu to a 4-year, $90 million deal, bringing him back here in Atlanta. I'm not bringing anyone else back, so basically just going to still be banking on development here for the most part. And Gafford will be moving to the 4. Amari will develop in the shadows until we're ready to maybe give him some more minutes. So player progression, Suggs, AJ Griffin, Dyson Daniels is up to an 81. He is up 4 overall. So like I said, the man just develops like crazy. AJ Griffin is up to an 82. So we're clearly not ready to compete or anything just like that, anything like that just yet, but we are just kind of going to developmental slow route, and eventually things will pop for us. Jason Tatum's going to win MVP. Booker's a rookie of the year. Jalen Duren, 6-man, 80 defensive player. Dyson Daniels wins most improved player. 26 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. This is why I was comfortable making that trade. Murray for Daniels, because he becomes this guy in 2K. Absolute stud. 26 points per game. Nate McMillan, I know what you're thinking. We went 60 and 22. No, he is on the Rockets now. I obviously didn't keep him. So, John Morant, LaMelo Ball, Jason Tatum, Giannis Jokic, All-NBA second team. Dyson Daniels makes All-NBA third team, which you love to see. So, yeah, he is developing like crazy for us, which I knew he would. And we get the Pacers in round 1, which should be a fun matchup. 26 points per game, 19.5 from Jalen Suggs, 19 from AJ Griffin. So these 3 guys in general, all developing very nicely. Wendell Carter with 10 and 8, and you had 9 from Zariq Whitehead, 8 from Gafford, 8 from Delano Banton, 8 from Okongwu, 8 and 6. I mean, yeah, I paid Okongwu quite a bit of a bag to keep him around as not a starting center. So it was a little questionable, but whatever. Jalen Johnson with 6 points per game, and then Omari. Eventually, I wanted to be a huge part of what we do here, but I don't know when that'll be. So, get the Indiana Pacers in round 1. Have Halliburton, Nembhard, Benedict Mather, Miles Bridges, Christian Wood, Nicholas Claxton, Isaiah Jackson, Chris Duarte, and Jared Walker. So let's see if we can beat the Indiana Pacers. Somebody current round against them, and we are going to maybe lose in 6 here. Oh, game 7 is going to happen here sooner rather than later. So let's see what's going to happen. It says give less minutes to Dyson Daniels. I disagree with that. I think we need him to play. So let's come out here and see if we can win this game 7. That would be huge development, or huge, huge confidence in our development. So can we do it? And it's going to unfortunately lose in 7, but it is nice to get some valuable playoff experience. 17, 11, and 8. 26 and 10 from Jalen Suggs. So I know we have our backcourt locked in. AJ Griffin is our starting small forward going forward. My front court, though, is where I'm a little questionable on them. I don't know how I feel about my front court. Chris Paul retires, but I think that's the biggest thing I want to fix this offseason is my front court problem. Who is going to be the guys? And look how many. Oh, so we have the Kings pick and we have the Washington Wizards pick. Okay. And I think that might be it. So let's see. We get 1, 2, 3 Bulls, Pelicans, and Rockets. And then we end up with number 11 and number 13. So, and then number 16 in this draft as well from the Magic. So, and then 20 as well from Detroit. So that's 4 first-round picks in this draft. Plenty of ammo to fix my front court problem. So that's probably what we'll be looking to do. So the first trade I am making is trying to get Patrick Williams from the Chicago Bulls. He just saw 49% from 3, averaging 15 points per game at the power forward spot. I think that definitely gives us somebody to be very excited about at the 4 spot. So that's what I'm going for here. He is making quite a bit of money. He is making $30 million per year, which is quite a bit, but I know I just overpaid. I don't know if you could say overpaid, but I did pay Okongwu a bag. So if I can maybe do an Okongwu for Patrick Williams swap, I'm definitely interested in that just because we have some centers that we're excited about, and I feel like we can walk away pretty nicely here. So Amari, we're trying to keep around. If there is a power forward, I'm not done making trades for the front court, but this is the first one I'm trying to make. So 20 as well in this trade. They don't agree to it. I'll throw Gafford in here as well. Actually, Okongwu and Gafford for Patrick Williams. Do they agree to that? And just like that, they do. So we get Patrick Williams as our brand new power forward here in Atlanta, which I'm very, very excited about to have him as a starter. I think AJ Griffin and Patrick Williams are 2 perfect forwards. Guys that are just going to be playing off. Look, A+ 3-point shooters, and then Dyson Daniels A+ as well. So the spacing is going to be plenty fine. The only thing I really want to fix now is a center position, which Omari could do it for us, but there's a better center out there. I think I got to go for it. I might be jumping the gun a little bit on this one, but the one guy I was kind of thinking about that fits the timeline of the roster a little bit more is like DeAndre Ayton, which they're selling. DeAndre Ayton, obviously being 26, fits our timeline a little bit better, but at the same time, I feel like I get him more often than not. So we're going to try maybe something a little bit different, and that's going to be Anthony Davis on the Los Angeles Lakers. AD is on the Lakers, who are a selling roster right now. And yeah, like I said, this would be jumping the gun. We're getting a veteran center who has health issues, but in 2K, that's not really a concern. So I don't know. I feel like I have the ammunition to make this trade happen, but I don't know what it's going to cost. So I'm going to throw 11 and 13, 16, and then I'll throw Amari in here. I don't know if this is going to get it done, but I'm offering it for AD. I mean, I'm at least going to try. I'm going to offer Wendell Carter as well to see if they agree to that. And then I'm going to offer 20 in this draft, and boom, just like that. We got Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is our brand new front court fix. AD is on the Atlanta Hawks, 32-year-old center. I mean, he's on a 3-year deal in Atlanta, and he's going to be playing with some young, talented players. So he doesn't have to be the number 1 option anymore. He can just be kind of that guy that plays defense and just is a really good player. So we did it. Now we have Suggs, and now I just want to re-sign everyone. We have exactly what we're looking for. I want Jalen Johnson back. We need a maybe better small forward. We'll figure it out, though. I'm very excited about after doing all that. We still have some draft picks, which at this point, actually, we just trade all of them for AD, which is fine because, like I said, I'm trying to jump the gun a little bit. Player options, AJ Griffin, Daniels, Derek Whitehead, all these guys being on rookie contracts was able to give me the ammunition to go for Patrick Williams and AD in the same offseason, which I absolutely love. I want all 3 of these guys back. Obviously, all 3 of them back would be amazing. And I think that would be our bench, those 3 guys in general. And then the only other thing would be a shooting guard, I believe. So if there's like a shooting guard out here that can make some sense, like Corey Kispert, but he wants a lot of money. Even Garrett Jordan Jr., $8 million, I think is a steal. I'm going to offer that to him. Actually, I'd probably have to renounce everyone else. So let me make sure we get everyone else first. That way we got that figured out. So let me get Suggs and Jalen Johnson and Banton back, and then I'll be ready to maybe make some more offers. So let's see how much they're asking for. Delano Banton not asking for much. $11 million over 3 years, I think is fine. And then Jalen Johnson not asking for much either. So both of them, $11 million over 3 years, which is fine. Jalen Suggs is the one asking for a bag, which I guess I can understand. I'm going to give it to him. Jalen Suggs, I don't want to renounce him. I want him back as our point guard. 2K keeps saying we should renounce him. I'm not doing it. And like I said, the only thing I think we need now is a shooting guard. So now you have Delano Banton, Jalen Suggs. We have Tariq Whitehead. What am I talking about? We don't need a shooting guard. You got AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson. Need a center or a small forward. Or we can move. So backup center. Jericho Sims. I don't get him ever. Welcome to the team. This team should potentially win a championship. I really do think so. AD joining this team to be that defensive center we need him to be. Down to a 93, but Suggs and Daniels are developing. And AJ Griffin, Patrick Williams, Tariq Whitehead. A lot to like here. We went for it. We got to the almost got to the second round last year, and now we've traded for Williams and AD in the same offseason. Let's go see if this team can go win a championship. Anthony Davis comes over to Atlanta and immediately wins MVP, averaging 25 and 13, which you love to see. I'm hoping to see Dyson, and we went 65 and 17. I'm hoping to see Dyson Daniels on one of these All-NBA teams as well alongside him. That'd be really cool. But we don't get that. Trae Young makes it for the Magic. Got AD on All-NBA first team, obviously. But yeah, no Dyson Daniels. He did make All-NBA second team, though, which is or the all-defensive second team, I should say. We got the first team in the East, of course. Player stats-wise, we had 25 from AD, 22 from Daniels, 19 from AJ Griffin, and 18 from Jalen Suggs. 14 from Tariq Whitehead, 8.5 from Williams, 8 from Delano Banton. A lot to like here, but obviously none of this matters if you don't win a championship. We get the Pistons in round 1. They're the A seed. We're up to an 88, 87, 84, 84, 93. I love our roster. I really hope we don't get A-seeded here. I'd be super disappointed. Someone in current round, and we beat them in 5. Take care of business early and often, and now we get the New York Knicks, who have Cole Anthony, Malcolm Brogdon, RJ Booker, Mitchell Robinson, Raylan Rupert, Obi Toppin, and Avika Zubac. Someone in current round against the Knicks, and we are going to go up 2-1. Can we beat them in 5? Yes, we can. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and now we get the Brooklyn Nets. We have Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, Bobby Portis Jr., Bryce Cisse, which is a nice name. Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant is our biggest problem. Game 1, Game 2. We beat them by 1, I think, back-to-back, and now we're going to sweep them, and we're in the NBA Finals, playing the Portland Trail Blazers. AD versus Victor Wembanyama, Damian Lillard, Shaedon Sharpe, Josh Hart, Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons as 6-man, Nurkic. I mean, this Blazers team definitely has a very good roster. So, Game 1, up 1-0, beat them by 22. They even it up. Please win. 2-1. 2-2. Can we go up 3-2? We cannot. Don't lose in 7 to the or don't lose, man. Don't lose. We need to beat this team. We were up and now we're down. All right, come on. We're gonna go 8-man rotation here. I believe in the comeback. I believe in the comeback. All we gotta do is win Game 6, win Game 7. It's one game at a time mentality. Force us back to Atlanta, and it'll be in our favor. Come on, let's go. Get it going. Get it going. Come on, man. 2K freaking hates me. I'm sick of losing to Victor Wembanyama. Blazers going to win the championship. I'm running it back one more year. 65 and 17 season again. No AD on All-NBA first team this time. And no, I don't think I saw Dyson Daniels either. So not that it really matters too much. He made all defensive team again. First in the East once again. Player stats wise, we had 22 from AD, 23 from Daniels. So Daniels kind of took over 20 and then 17.5, 13. So I'm going to click simulate current round on every single series and live with the results at this point. This is the last season, so even if we lose in round 1, it's over. I'm ending it here. We've been recording for way too long. Someone in current round against Detroit, and we beat them in 6. Okay, I thought they were about to come back on us. Now I get the New York Knicks, who probably have like Giannis at this point, and no, actually, they don't. We beat them last year. Hopefully, we can do that same thing again. I'm in current round, and we are going to beat them in 7. Closer than I would have wanted to be, but it's all good. Now we get the Bucks, who have Jason Tatum and Brandon Ingram, Shaedon Sharpe, Fultz, Jakob Poeltl. Okay, a very nice big 3 here in Milwaukee. Someone in current round, and we sweep them. All right, now we get the Memphis Grizzlies, who have Desmond Bane, John Morant, Bates, and is that Amani Bates or Emmett? I don't know. John Eyes, DeAndre Ayton. Okay, very interesting team in Memphis. Hopefully win a championship here, and we sweep them in 4. Could have done that last year, but you know what? We end off the video on a championship. Would have loved to have won it last year, but it is what it is. Thank you, AD, for your services. I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. This is Crushables. See y'all tomorrow. Saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.